Hiya, my name's Andy from REAX. Just here to do another short video for you here on basic restraint. Again, this is one where systems can get complex, not complex, but my mission statement today is pretty simple. I'm going to show you what restraint is, what it isn't, okay, why it's one of the safest options, and then I'm just going to show you a couple of very simple configurations with a simple tool, how you can use this for a lot of work activities at height, okay. So what is restraint? Yeah. So if you imagine now, the reason I'm teaching this on the ground as well, just so we're clear, so you can see the concept better. Yeah, I could climb up stuff and do it at height, but it gets too much. So let's just do it this way. All right. So if you imagine now, here I've got the edge of a rooftop. Right. Now we've got a clear fall from height problem. Okay. What I want to be able to do is get myself out to that edge nice and safely without access to that fall hazard. Okay. All I've done here is create an unquestionably sound anchor on a ladder. Yeah. Anchors is an entirely different video for an entirely different day. All we've got here is a very basic restraint belt. Okay. We've elected for a Finch. There's loads more on the market. Okay. All I'm going to do now is take that, connect that to me, and this flat hook into that carabiner. Now I see this all the time. All right. With restraint, for it to be restrained, it has to be tight. Yeah, one of the common places you see people doing it wrong time and time again, and I guarantee you now, as you're driving down the street, when you see this, you'll clock it after you've watched this video. It's guys and girls and people working in mobile elevated work platforms with it down like this. Yeah, whole idea there is, if that boom lift goes over a bump, it's going to fire them out, right? For it to be restrained, it has to be tight. Stop me getting to the fall hazard. So if we're in a machine, it needs to be tight. Same here for our imaginary rooftop edge. So working my way out to it, if you noticed, I've got that as about as tight as I can get it. As I'm slowly working to where I get to, decide that's the edge I want to work on. Yeah, I'm doing whatever task. I can't get to the fall hazard, but I can still position myself to do the work. And it's the same conversely on the way back in. As I'm coming in, I want it under tension. All right. Now that is restraint. This is not restraint. Yeah? There's a reason I'm banging that drum. That's where most of the time it's gone wrong and people get scared of the system. Other option you can do with a piece of kit like this, yeah, there's loads of variations, and again, we'd be here all day, is if I take the device this time and clip it to my back, okay? Make sure everything's done up. Can't get to the fall hazard, start to let it out, get to where I want to go, stop. Do my work, no problems. Coming back in, all I've got to do then is essentially tender myself back in, isn't it? So it's the same thing in reverse. Okay. So when we're talking about this stuff, we want to make sure that that's nice and tight and out of the way, yeah? So if I'm coming back in now, all I'm doing is working it that way around. The third and final thing that can be done with restraint systems that people don't think about, and this is just as something simple as this belt here, yeah? Multifunctional tool. Not the easiest thing to take off yourself. If I put that on there now, and I clip that to another user, I can control them out, aren't I? Take that stress away from them. Same again for bringing them back in, okay? So, again, like most of the work at height world, right? Big subject, loads of variations. We can build this, we can build that, we can build you 1,000 things. This is just a very basic overview of what restraint is, okay? So a quick recap on that. For it to be restraint, it's got to be tight, yeah? It's also got to stop us having the ability to get to the fall hazard. Just so we're clear, and this sort of ties back to another video, where this actually sits in the hierarchy of measures, it's a collective measure. Because the idea is I can't get to the fall hazard, I can't land on anyone. If it's managed correctly, it's brilliant. It'll solve 70% of your problems overnight. So, quick recap. Again, it's got to be tight, stop us getting to the fall hazard. Basic overview of work restraint.